What's up, everybody? It's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, back with another video using the webcam today, so whatever. But yeah, today we're gonna talk about how to make a Bryson Tiller type beat. I don't want to do too much talking, but you know who Bryson Tiller is? Trap Soul, man. You know, nice kind of, you know, R&B style with little trap sounds to it. So yeah, very dope and very that. So we're gonna jump right into this, like I said. But if you can, please follow me on Instagram, SoundCloud, and Twitter. Give your boy a follow and a like and all that, and also share this video and all that good stuff, so we can get more stuff out there for you guys. So, all right, so let's go ahead and jump in this video. Because like I said, I don't want to sit here and talk too much. I know I ramble a lot. But anyway, start the first sound. Now, first off, when making the type of a trap soul type beat, you want to play like I looked up the chords and stuff to play. So when I looked up soul music and what chords they play, it came up to say, it said they play usually in minor chords and minor scales. So I usually chose A minor, harmonic minor scale. So that's what the chords I'm gonna be playing, the scale I'm gonna be playing is, so you guys will know if you want to make type beat. I'm playing in a minor scale. So here's the chords. Here's the first sound right here. It is a stage piano, which is a kind of an electric piano type of sound. So it's like an E piano sound. And I'm playing seventh chords, by the way. So I'm doing, you know, if you don't know what a seventh is, you just make a chord and then you count up 1, 5, 6, 7, and you put another note, and that makes a seventh chord. So it's a seventh minor chord. So this is what it sounds like. Nothing special there. You can see I also put the bass notes down here as well to kind of give a little more vibe to it. And I'm also strumming it. If you don't know how to strum, if you hold Alt and S, you get the strummer feature, and you can kind of strum the notes, so get kind of I guess a little bit of a realistic vibe. And I already to mess with the randomization of the velocities too. So hit Alt R for that. I did that in the video, so whatever. Anyway, but the effects I'm putting on this this piano is, first I'm using the what's this shit called? Gross Beats. I'm using Gross Beats, and I'm putting the flanger plugin. So using flanging, and then I go to flange 3. You go to presets, and you just go to flanging right there. And I pick flange 3. Let's give it kind of a little bit of a flange effect. See, it sounds weird without all the effects on it, I know, right? Next, I'm using my favorite reverb effect, which is Fat Filter Pro R. And I'm just doing, like, you know, a little bit of decay, give it a little bit of space, and then I'm cutting out some of the lows and the decay of the reverb. So you can just hear, you know, that openness in this sound. Next, one of my, oh man, just one of the best plugins out there, Back Mask. Give it a little bit of reversal, nothing special there. Just, you know, just got to give that little bit of wave to it, a little bit of movement, and it gets a little bit of interest. Like I say, download this plugin if you haven't already. It's a free plugin. Just go to freakshowindustries.com and download. It's a fucking dope plugin. And I got the mix kind of down about 20%, so it's not really apparent. Next, I'm using a limiter, and I'm using the limiter just to kind of get some more gain because it was kind of low, and I wanted to make it louder, so I use a limiter to get it louder. As you can hear. But because the bass frequency come up so loud, I use the EQ to cut the bass out of it, so it's just, you know, just mids and upper mids and highs and stuff like that. So. Without the that last low cut, even the bass would have been in the face, and we don't need that crap. So yeah, next up is a silent preset, and it is, I think it's just a filtered bass preset I made myself. Yeah, I just made like a little filtered bass sound. So that's what it sounds like. Kind of sounds like a brass too. Kind of has a little bit of a brass sound as well, which is pretty cool. And I added Trash 2 to it. And I know you guys asked for the Trash 2 review. It's coming up, man. I'm gonna show you how to use this plugin. It's a dope plugin. Yeah, and I used the multi-band function to distort just the mids of that sound. So without it, it sounds like this. Decent. Then when you add some distortion to it, it just brings those mids up and make them a lot louder. And I made a video on how to make a Drake type of bass. It's really the Drake bass preset. Just look at my video, my YouTube, type in sound design basics Drake bass. You can learn how to make that sound yourself. Next up is a hi-hat. Nothing special here. Just a little, yeah, just a regular hi-hat. But what I'm doing to it is adding Echo Boy. So this is what it sounds like. It's like a clock feel to it. What I did was add Echo Boy to it because it's one of my favorite delay plugins. It's dope as fuck. It's very vintage sounding analog. I'm using a ping pong style delay. I'm using a style called Space Echo. So just kind of giving it a very like ambient delay. Like the actual delay part is very ambient sounding and it's kind of out in the open. It's like it's in a reverb, kind of like that. Space Echo is a reverb echo. I'm cutting the lows, of course, because we don't need no lows in the reverb, so you can use any type of delay to do that. I think even Fruity Delay 3 does that now. And I'm using, they said, ping pong and 16th notes, so that's that. Then I'm using the flanging preset, of course, and using flange number 2 to give, I don't know, flange on the hi-hats sound really dope to me, in my opinion. It just gives the hi-hats a little bit more character to it. Then I'm using Pan Man, of course, to kind of, you know, pan in between my system. But you can use, like, you know, Pan-O-Matic or whatever it's called in FL Studio, get the same effect, or you can automate the pan yourself. So if it sounds like before. Very standard sounding hi-hats. Then after. No, it sounds really good. It sounds cool. Next is a regular snare. The snare has a little bit of reverb on it. It got like a low cut in it, and then it got a reverb, of course. So any reverb would do. I use a small type of room effect. So I use like an enclosed type of small room effect, and I made a dark reverb. So just like, yeah, if you do like Fruity Reverb 2, if you want to do the same thing, just make the room small, make the decay about 1 millisecond, and then of course cut the lows, low cut it a little bit, you get the same effect. And you want to bring the wet down, of course. Same effect. So you can do it with a stop plug-in. So there you go. Bam, bam, boom. So, you know, easy, boy. Next, I had like a little rhythm snare to go with the hi-hat. So, and that's kind of just a blend in with the other snare. What I did do to it, I wanted to make this one not apparent as the other one. So I like band past it where I cut some of the highs and some of the lows to focus in on just the mid frequency, and then just add some reverb to it and make it kind of sound open. But I use like just a standard default preset with a low small room, and that's just gonna kind of make it so it don't stand out so much against the other snare. So that just helps right there. Next is my chops, my hi-hat chops, of course. Simple chops. I mean, nothing special here, as you can see. So easy chops. I mean, nothing special there. Also randomizing the panning, if you can, the velocity. And I think I randomized the panning. No, I didn't randomize the panning in this one. But yeah, very simple there. The thing that really gives it that sound, though, is once again, if you go to, I use a flanging on it, and I use flange 1 from Gross Beats. Gross Beats is just so versatile. People think it's just for doing tape stop and slowing down shit, but it can do much more than that. And then I cut some of the lows, and I add some reverb to it, just to give it some more movement and, you know, some sauce to it. Like without it, sounds good, but then you add all the effects on there. Try using bit reduction and flanging on your hi-hats. Trust me, you'll get a great sound every time. Promise you, boy. Next up is a perk. It's called Samurai. It's from a John Giano kit. I can't remember which one. I think it is the Holy Grail kit, but it sounds like this. And what I did, add some echo board to it, so some delay. Any delay will work. I use a reverb to give it some space, and then of course Pan Man. I mean, I love Sound Toys makes some of the best stuff. I'm using Pan Man, like I said, so just to kind of make it go in between the stereo field. Because without it, it just sounds like, Still sounds good, but it don't have no movement or no. And like I said, with a trap soul type beat, you want that movement, that feeling, that sense of space, that sense of, you know, I'm lost and I'm missing something or whatever. So yeah, and they add it in there. So use delay and use panning. You can get a really nice sound with stuff. A lot of people just skip out on that. Next up is the kick drum, of course. Like easy as peasy. So I don't know if I did a lot of processing to it. Only thing I do is now, like I notice nowadays I'm using transient shaping for my kick drums because it's easier to use in compression, so that you just, you know, I made it to where the kick drum had a little less tail to it and a little less attack, because before it sounds like this, which isn't bad. It still sounds good, but then if I add the transient shaper in there, it is a little bit snappier. You know, it makes it a little bit more punchier, so it can cut through a little bit more, get more of that trap feel, trap drum kit feel. Next is the Piano V. And I love this piano. This is called Fading Piano. I'm using the same chords as the first one. I'm just doing little different things to the effects, of course. I'm adding in a reverb, and a secret weapon that, you know, I've been using lately is the Reactor VHS plugin. It's a lo-fi plugin. You gotta have Reactor 6 in order for this to work. Reactor 5 it doesn't work with. So if you got Reactor 6, this is a free plugin if you bought Reactor 6. So unfortunately, if you ain't got it, then, you know, it's a $100 plugin, and then the VHS is absolutely free on nativeinstruments.com. But it just gives like it gives like an old school vinyl feel. So as you can hear, you can already hear when I activate it. So give it that old school kind of lo-fi vaporwave-ish type of sound, which is really cool for this, because like I said, it really complements the main piano or the main melody, so it just kind of adds some, you know, feeling to it. Next up is the 808, of course, just a regular trap 808, and I'm using Trash 2, and I'm using it in multi-band mode, where I am distorting just the mid band as always. Oh, I'm actually distorting a little bit of the highs too. So I'm distorting the mid and the highs separately, so without it sounds like this. Sounds like a good 808, right? Then you add a distortion in there. Just give it a different flavor to it. Like I said, I didn't want it to be so prominent, but I still wanted to have kind of like, you know, you could hear kind of the upper range when it's in like lower headphones and shit like that. So yeah, I just did like a little bit there. Like I said, I will have a full review on how to use Trash 2, so don't worry. But just use the distortion plugin, and you get the same result. It don't really matter. A lead I just got from Expand 2. It's called Wavetable Lead, and it sounds like this. Well, actually, it sounds like this. That's gotta be one of the most annoyingest sounds ever. I know, but what I did to it is I added some low cut to it and high cut to kind of focus in, so a band pass. I use a reverb, of course, because we want to make it sound spacey and like lead-like. A flange, so I use the flange ability on Gross Beats, and then Pan Man to pan it. So when you add all them effects together, you get a more softer, more ambient lead sound that moves between the stereo field. So this is what it sounds like. That's a lot better than that other one that was all up in your face and just annoying as hell, I know. So just a little bit of processing to your sounds can make them sound a whole lot better. Don't just pick a preset and run with it. Process your sounds and add different effects to it, and you can get a whole 100 more sounds just by processing it with different plugins. So do that. Don't be lazy, y'all. And then I'm going back to Expand 2. I'm using the female choir plugin because female choir dope. And I'm doing pretty much the same thing, but I'm adding chorus to them. So this is what it sounds like before. So basically the same presets as the lead, but I'm adding this chorus, which is a free chorus that I got from Focusrite when they giving out free plugins. This is one of their free courses. I think it's free on if you go to D12's website. D16 group, I think that's what they're called. The makers of that lo-fi plugin. Decimor. People make Decimor too. But yeah, it's a chorus plugin, and it just gives it like a little bit of flavor. It just gives like some, I don't know. It gives it more modulation and makes it sound wider. Like I said, I had a flange to it, and then like I said, I low cut it too. And that just kind of make it, I want it to sound more like a pad. I didn't want it to sound like a choir, because a choir would be good, still be dope in the song. But I think a pad, like making it sound like a pad, would be a whole lot better. So To me, that sounded a whole lot better. So that's how you can repurpose sounds and make them sound completely different. And last but not least, I added in this sample. Oh yeah, you need that. You need that sample. And I just added some OTT to it to give it some, like, you know, highs and stuff, and it's a cut through the mix. A little bit of echo boy for delay, so I had that you know, her moaning tails out. Yeah, you know, you guys like that. A little bit of reverb, and then of course high and low cut. So when you play it, get that nice, like she just wants you to give it to her through the whole beat. You know, that is kind of like my transition between chorus and verse and stuff like that. So when you hear that, you know the next chorus, stuff like that. So I ain't gonna do no riser or nothing like that, just something like that. So like I said, really the main thing about this, that if you notice on all the sounds, is the reverb. There's a lot of reverb in here, and that's to give it that sense of space and vibe and, you know, atmosphere, because that's what you want when doing something like this. And that's the main thing. As far as the mixing goes, simple mixing as always, is leveling it out right. And in the master, nothing special. I'm using Ozone 7. I got a full Ozone video coming out. I got a little bit of compression. I got a little bit of imaging to kind of make sure all the bass frequencies are in mono, because I was having some stereo phasing issues. So if I turn it back, it's going to be phasing like a motherfucker. It's going to be like out of phase, like bad. So I had to correct that. I had to correct the bass frequency, because it's the Drake basically. Phasing really bad like before. Like I had to fix this too, because this was all out of phase. It was bad. It was horrible. And I've got like a little bit of EQ, just kind of, you know, mid-side EQ to kind of boost my mids and my sides, you know, just kind of clean them up a little bit. And then some limiting, which I have a full video on Ozone 7 for you guys, because you know, you guys want to know how to mix and master in Ozone 7, how to master your beats and make them sound good. God damn it. Yeah, so, but yeah, that's pretty much it right there. Simple beat. Very easy, not a lot of sounds, a lot of copy and pasting really, but like I said, it's really the processing of the sound that's gonna make this beat, that makes this beat sound good as it does. I did a lot of processing, that's how it is. So yeah, don't be afraid to really fuck your sounds up and process the fuck out of them, make them sound great. So yeah, that's it. You know, we hit our threshold. Y'all know what time it is. Hope y'all enjoyed it. You got any questions, leave it in the comment below. Please follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and SoundCloud. Check your boy out. Also, go to my video, the 40K video. You still got a chance to enter a free microphone, the BC Master USB microphone. And also, if you go to my website and purchase on my website, you have a chance to win, yes, a tube microphone, a professional tube condenser microphone, giving away at the end of next month. So yeah, make sure you shop at my website and support your boy, or you can donate. Either way it go. Help your boy out, and I will help you guys as well. So with that being said, y'all know who it is, your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different. Hope you guys enjoy like always, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, everybody.